Most people spend years trying to become more attractive, yet the people who leave the strongest impression often seem to do the exact opposite. They don't fight for attention. They don't force conversations. They don't try to prove how interesting, successful, or confident they are. Still, wherever they go, people notice them. Others feel comfortable around them almost instantly. They earn respect without asking for it. They build connections without chasing them. It almost looks effortless. From the outside, it can seem like they were simply born with a special gift that the rest of us will never have. But the truth is far more surprising. Psychology has been studying this quiet kind of attraction for years, and the answers are very different from what most people believe. The qualities that make someone naturally magnetic are rarely loud or obvious. In fact, many of them are almost invisible. That is exactly why most people completely miss them. Modern research shows that the human brain starts forming powerful impressions within moments of meeting someone. Those first impressions are not based only on appearance. Long before people remember your face, they are already reading your emotions, your behavior, your confidence, and even the way you react under pressure. Without realizing it, every person sends hundreds of silent signals. Some of those signals invite people closer. Others quietly push them away. The fascinating part is that most people spend their lives focusing on the wrong signals. They believe attraction comes from saying the perfect words, dressing better, acting more confident than they really feel, or constantly trying to impress everyone they meet. Yet the people who naturally draw others in often do none of those things. They understand something that isn't talked about nearly enough. Attraction isn't something you force. It is something you create without making it your main goal. There is a hidden pattern behind almost every naturally attractive person. It doesn't matter where they come from, what they look like, or what job they have. They share certain habits that make others feel curious, comfortable, and emotionally connected. Most people never notice these habits because they look so ordinary. A calm pause during a conversation, a relaxed smile that isn't trying too hard, the ability to listen without interrupting, the confidence to stay quiet instead of rushing to fill every second with words. These small behaviors may not seem important, but together they create a powerful effect on the human mind. That effect often feels like charisma, even though it has very little to do with being loud or outgoing. Many people spend years chasing confidence without realizing that confidence itself is often the result of something much deeper. It grows from emotional control, self-respect, and a life built around purpose instead of approval. Once you understand this difference, the entire idea of attraction begins to change. You stop asking, "How can I make people like me?" and start asking, "What kind of person naturally attracts others without trying?" That single shift changes everything. It changes how you speak, how you listen, how you carry yourself, and even how people respond to you. The most interesting part is that these changes don't require expensive courses, perfect looks, or a completely different personality. They begin with understanding the psychology that has been influencing human relationships all along. In this video, you'll discover why chasing validation quietly destroys attraction without most people noticing it. You'll learn why emotional safety is often more attractive than physical beauty. You'll understand why calm confidence creates a stronger impression than loud confidence. You'll see how purpose makes people naturally magnetic, why mystery is far more powerful than oversharing, and why authenticity leaves a deeper impact than trying to appear perfect. Along the way, we'll uncover psychological principles that explain why certain people become unforgettable while others, despite trying so hard, slowly fade into the background. Some of these ideas may completely change the way you think about attraction, relationships, confidence, and even yourself. Make sure you stay with us until the very end because the final lesson brings everything together. It explains the one mindset that quietly connects all naturally attractive people, and once you understand it, you'll never look at confidence or human connection in the same way again. It is often the missing piece that people spend years searching for without realizing it has been right in front of them the whole time. If you only hear the beginning, you'll know what attracts people. But if you stay until the end, you'll understand why those qualities work so powerfully. and how you can begin developing them in your own life without pretending to be someone you're not. Welcome to the channel where we explore psychology, self-improvement, emotional intelligence, confidence, and the hidden principles that shape human behavior. If you're ready to understand yourself better, build genuine confidence, and learn the psychology behind influence and attraction, make sure you subscribe and join our growing community. Now, let's uncover why some people attract others without even trying. The first thing that separates naturally attractive people from everyone else is surprisingly simple. They do not spend their lives chasing approval. Most people believe being liked should be the goal of every conversation, every relationship, and every social situation. Because of that belief, they constantly watch other people's reactions. They wonder if they said the right thing. They replay conversations in their minds. They change their opinions to avoid disagreement. They laugh when they don't find something funny. They apologize when they have done nothing wrong. Little by little, they hand over control of their happiness to everyone around them. The problem is that people notice this, even if nobody says it out loud. Human beings are naturally good at sensing emotional dependence. When someone seems desperate for approval, it creates pressure instead of attraction. Instead of feeling relaxed, people begin to feel responsible for protecting that person's confidence. Psychology explains this through emotional signaling. The more someone depends on outside validation, the more insecurity they quietly communicate. On the other hand, when someone already values themselves, they remove that pressure completely. They enter conversations to connect, not to be accepted. That small difference changes everything. Their words feel more genuine. Their smile feels more natural. Their presence feels lighter. Ironically, the less they chase approval, the more approval they often receive. This does not mean they stop caring about other people. It means they stop allowing other people's opinions to decide their worth. They understand that no person can be liked by everyone. Every successful leader, artist, athlete, and creator has been criticized by someone. Once you accept that reality, an incredible sense of freedom appears. You stop performing for every audience. You stop trying to become whatever each person wants you to be. Instead, you become consistent. People begin seeing the same person, whether you are speaking to one individual or standing in front of 100. That consistency builds trust because human beings are naturally drawn to people who appear emotionally stable. Stability creates predictability, and predictability creates safety. The brain is always asking one silent question when meeting someone new. Can I trust this person? Someone who constantly changes their personality to gain approval unintentionally answers that question with uncertainty. Someone who remains comfortable being themselves answers it with confidence. Real confidence is often misunderstood. Many people think confidence means speaking loudly, dominating every conversation, or acting as though they have all the answers. But genuine confidence is much quieter than that. It is the ability to remain calm without needing everyone to agree with you. It is being comfortable saying, I don't know. It is accepting that not everyone will understand you. Confident people are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear make every decision. Insecure people constantly seek reassurance because they believe confidence comes from outside. Confident people create reassurance from within. Every promise they keep to themselves strengthens their self-respect. Every challenge they overcome reminds them they can handle discomfort. Over time, they no longer depend on applause because they have built something much stronger. They trust themselves. And when people see someone who trusts themselves, they naturally begin to trust them too. This is one of the hidden laws of human psychology. Trust is often contagious. A person who constantly doubts every decision causes others to doubt them as well. A person who quietly stands behind their choices communicates certainty without saying a single word. This does not mean becoming stubborn or refusing advice. It means making decisions from personal values instead of fear of rejection. Think about the people who leave the strongest impression on you. Chances are they were not desperately trying to convince everyone they were important. They simply carried themselves with quiet certainty. They listened. They smiled. They spoke honestly. They did not panic if someone disagreed with them. That emotional balance is incredibly attractive because it gives other people permission to relax. The next quality is even more powerful. Naturally attractive people make others feel comfortable. Long after people forget the exact words from a conversation, they remember how that conversation made them feel. This is one of the strongest findings in relationship psychology. Emotions stay in memory longer than details. Someone may forget your stories, your achievements, or your jokes, but they rarely forget whether they felt respected, accepted, and understood while talking to you. That is why emotional safety is such a powerful form of attraction. People are surrounded by judgment every day. They worry about being criticized, misunderstood, or compared. Meeting someone who makes those fears disappear feels refreshing. Without realizing it, they begin wanting more of that feeling. Warmth and kindness are often underestimated because they seem ordinary, yet they have an extraordinary effect on the human mind. A warm smile, patient attention, and genuine curiosity lower emotional defenses. Instead of preparing to protect themselves, people begin opening up naturally. This has nothing to do with pretending to be nice. Forced kindness feels artificial because people notice when interest is not genuine. Truly attractive people ask questions because they actually want to know the answers. They celebrate other people's successes without turning every conversation back to themselves. They make eye contact without making it feel uncomfortable. Their presence communicates one simple message: you are safe here. That message is more powerful than any clever line or impressive story. Another habit quietly strengthens this connection. They listen far more than most people do. Listening sounds easy, but very few people truly practice it. Most conversations are filled with people waiting for their turn to speak. While someone else is talking, they are already planning their next sentence. Genuine listeners do something different. They become fully present. They notice emotions hidden behind words. They pay attention without rushing to fix every problem. That kind of attention is surprisingly rare. When people finally experience it, they often describe it as feeling understood. Being understood creates emotional closeness much faster than trying to impress someone. Calmness also plays a major role. Emotions spread from person to person more quickly than most realize. An anxious person can make an entire room feel tense. In the same way, someone who remains calm during uncertainty quietly influences everyone around them. Their relaxed tone, patient responses, and steady behavior reduce social pressure. Others stop feeling the need to perform. Conversations become easier. Silence no longer feels awkward. Mistakes no longer feel embarrassing. This emotional stability becomes deeply attractive because it allows other people to become their natural selves. Once people feel comfortable around someone like this, another hidden force begins working. Attraction grows stronger because the relationship is no longer built on performance. It is built on trust. And trust creates the space for another quality that quietly separates truly magnetic people from everyone else. They possess a calm, quiet confidence that never needs to announce itself. Everything you've learned in this video points to one simple truth. The people who attract others without trying aren't following secret tricks or pretending to be someone they're not. Their greatest strength comes from within. They don't chase validation. They create emotional safety. They stay calm under pressure. They focus on their purpose instead of attention. They leave room for curiosity. And above all, they remain authentic. These qualities don't just make someone more attractive. They build lasting respect, deeper relationships, and genuine confidence. The best part is that none of these qualities are reserved for a lucky few. They can be developed through small choices you make every single day. The more you value yourself, the less you'll need approval from others. And that's often the moment people begin to see you differently. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we share powerful insights on psychology, confidence, emotional intelligence, and self-improvement to help you become the strongest version of yourself. Don't forget to like this video and share it with someone who could benefit from these ideas. Your support helps us create more content like this. Now we'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, tell us this: which quality do you think makes someone truly unforgettable? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.